Hello and welcome back to Software Inc. I want to give you guys a quick heads up. This is not the original game audio for this episode here. I actually ran into some audio issues to where things were just sounding, they're horrendous. Audio was going in and out, there was popping, there was crackling, that something happened with the audio configuration. So I've been going through, I've been working with the settings to ensure that everything is good, but I just wanted to do just a kind of quick dub over of this episode here. I have sped it up to 200% of the typical speed. So with that being said, we really just kind of recapping the episode so far. We're going to be working on the research. We're going to continue supporting Cheesy Audio 2 until we get down to, I want to say roughly about 1,000 users. I think we really, later in the video, you'll see it kind of flash by, but we actually cancel the support of Cheesy Audio 2 at about 800 followers at that point in time. Let's see, we are working with our artists to go over some websites. There's actually some interesting things I didn't even notice until I watched this playback and did it again. But it was actually one of those that we ended up having a large number of bugs on the website that we're going to be developing here. There was, I want to say we cleared like 120 plus bugs and we still had 222 left and everything. So definitely one of those things. We had 5 days left that we could have done bug fixing. It is good to utilize that time that is available there, unless you know you're not seeing anything move. Right here in the video, we're actually looking at the couriers. As you hire them, they only carry so much, but the couriers that you hire one-off will actually clear all of your inventory. So it's one of those things that it kind of bothers me a little bit that it does what it does, but it's one of those things you just got to schedule more couriers to come pick up your product. Let's see, we're just kind of working through some different game assets. We wanted to, I was kind of testing out to see how quickly we could get game assets done, and we are actually clearing game assets roughly in one shift of time. So it's not too shabby. We're going to pound out a number of these here, just good revenue, keep our artists busy as we're working on the research and support as well as development of our version 2 of our 2D editor. So let's see, there's some additional game assets there. Let's see. Yep, we had some good time here. We actually spent a little bit of time just kind of pounding out contracts as we were working on other things. And let's see. We're going through here. Yeah, we just barely missed that one, so I had to promote it really the next day almost instantaneously. So worked out kind of nice. As we're going through additional contracts here for print jobs, we picked up a number of print jobs, which was actually really good revenue. We actually pounded out a lot of them. Almost went a little overzealous on what we were doing. I had a note from the last episode that we need to send Laura Powers out for some training in 2D, but I realized I already did that. But she was also lacking in networking, so we got her trained up there. This episode, you could almost probably dub it as a big educational episode. We actually went through a number of our employees, made sure we had them trained up so we have nice, well-rounded individuals, and worked on just a number of different contracts from the print jobs that we had, making sure those got completed on time, to the game assets, getting those completed shift over shift, as well as the research into the audio tool. So things were moving along very nicely in the episode. I can't complain too much there. We actually had we have one little mishap. You'll see here coming up shortly. As I was going through the jobs, we were picking up different print jobs. I want to say it comes up roughly... It wasn't there when we were picking up the jobs. Let's see. I know it's coming up here shortly. We were walking through to see just how we were doing on game assets. We had something break. I just hired maintenance and they came in and fixed it, so it happens really, really quick. Just did an overall check of profitability. We are screaming. We're doing fantastic. Almost $5 million in the bank. Jobs are getting completed for printing and those distribution jobs. I almost thought it was a little bit of a bug here. It actually clears the green highlighted numbers. We actually produced too many of the product. At leave it to us to overachieve. But and the very next time you see the actual distribution jobs, you'll see those are gone right there. They already dropped off. We did it again with another one. So I'm wondering if that's actually potentially a bug that is producing too many units. So we'll actually see if they fix that in one of the future releases. So in here, I believe this is where I potentially pick it up. Let's see if it is. Nope, not yet. So kind of want to point out the bug that, well, it's actually just a misclick on my part when I was going through the game. After reviewing the video, I really noticed that where I made that misclick happen, and then I didn't even realize that I picked up something I wasn't intending to, but we actually have a great team of employees here, so we're actually able to handle it really well. So far, everything is going well. It actually happens pretty great there. It's actually where it picked up. We actually picked up a support job. I just went, ugh, I cannot believe we did that. So the reason why I didn't really want to do that is support jobs take up our programmers. Very similar to support of our own product. We're actually supporting another company's product and getting that taken care of. So initially we actually had most of our programmers out on vacation when we picked that job up. So you'll see that the red star in the top corner actually shows that we were losing some reputation. We very, very quickly gained that back. Nothing really to worry about in regards to that. We get all the bugs caught up, and you'll see it flip back to that quick right there. It's already back positive again. So worked out really nice. It is a pain that we did pick up potentially an extra thing for our programmers to do, and that's not really what I wanted to do. So let's see. So things are rolling along well. Looking just a quick shot at profitability. We have got our print jobs going. Just throwing the couriers out there. I always love doing that just to clear up the stock we have in the basement. Support jobs doing well. And it actually runs all the way to October of 92. So I think it's either October 92 or October 93. So we're it'll either drop off shortly after this episode, or we might have a whole nother year that we have to support this thing, or else we're going to take a decent reputation hit if we cancel it. And that's not really what I want to do. I would like keeping our reputation up. It gives us some of the good contracts and good distribution deals as well. So right here, the end of this video here, I know I was referencing it earlier, that we could really kind of dub this video a big educational video. I went through and I was just working on the programming teams as well as the marketing team. I was counting out how many place settings we have, or place settings or workstations we have for people, and I actually fully decked out both the day and night teams. So we actually went through and hired a total of, I want to say it was 9 more people across both teams. Promoted one person on the night side to be a lead, and then we all filled up that entire roster. So we're going to have fully decked out programming to handle any of the jobs that we have coming in. I really kind of want to ramp up. I'd love to see us start to produce either a good 3D tool. I'd love to see us be able to kick out some of these research better. If we do want to focus on research, we're going to need to actually pick up some more designers and make sure we have a well decked out team there. Design is a big factor in all the research, as well as any good application we're going to put out there. So I went through here for a little bit of time, just kind of going through compatibility, making sure things match. I think we spent somewhere like $30,000 or $40,000 on recruiting in general for everybody coming in. So as soon as we hired them, we got them set to their role, set to their team, and went through and started to pick out the training that we wanted to put each employee through and figure out what kind of thing did we want to focus on that individual first to make sure we get their skill sets up. As soon as they come back in, we're going to get prompts all over the place that their skill set will affect whatever programming project that we're on. So we're going to pump those out, get those people trained up, and get them as strong as the others. I actually level set a lot of their initial salaries to be whatever the rough median was that we had in each team. So it was roughly $3,800 a month that we did. And I'm okay with that. We've got plenty in the bank. We got $5 million. So I went, you know what, let's actually use some of these we'll build out our team. Next thing we'll probably do is potentially expand the building and kind of work from there. One thing I did notice, actually right after I turned off the recording of this episode here, I went down to the main floor and noticed that our lead, Thorn, I apologize, buddy, I realized that since I expanded the teams out, you don't have a seat. The lead actually doesn't fall under the typical programmer, so you don't have a room to go to. So we're going to have to do some expansion, get you guys an office that you guys can have. We already have the meeting room, so we'll be taken care of there, but that will be a focus that we have coming up here shortly. So again, here we actually did spend a decent amount of time at the end of the episode going through skill sets of the people that we hired. I wanted to make sure their base skill set was pretty high, so most of the people that I hired were 80% on base skill and above. And that way, because you can train, the only thing you can't train in any of the education facet is the base skill. You can train on system, 2D, 3D, network, audio, algorithm. All those are trainable except for base skill. Base skill is just something that you gain as you are programming. So that was my major focus, was 1, compatibility, and then 2, their base skill was high, as well as their age. I didn't want them to be super old. I wanted to make sure that the company has a relatively young staff. That way we don't have to worry about pensions, people leaving, rehiring people shortly after we get them all trained up and get some major projects rolling. So, yep. I probably would have typically just sped up the end part of this. I may even potentially cut it out. I'm not sure. The kind of walking through the logic of how you go and hire somebody as you promote them and things like that, I know can be helpful to a lot of people who might be new playing the game, so I do like to actually put that out there. Here's where we're actually expanding the marketing team. I actually go back and try to figure out what the average salary is, but I'm the other marketer and I don't have a salary, so I maxed out our marketer. I wanted to make sure we got great candidates. We got plenty of money. I think it's like $3,000 a month. It's nothing huge that I'm super worried about, but they should be really happy. We shouldn't really have to deal with any major promotions, anything like that. And that really kind of just rounds out the hiring that we did as well as the training. So let's see. I don't think, there we go. Yep. So now we got the whole game moving again. We got everybody hired up, people out for training. So yep, I know designers is something, if we are going to expand the design team, we're going to need to either do a night group, and that'll take care of any of the late stuff. And so that should work out well there. But with that, thank you guys for watching. Sorry for the audio issues and the way this was done, but I just thank you for bearing with me on it, and we'll definitely see you guys in the next video.